So being unemployed is damn near the norm now. You feel me? Like there ain't nobody out here saying, "Oh, yeah, I got a job that just hired me." Granted, there are some people like that, but as I see across the YouTube streets, there's people talking about how they can't find a job. They got all these bachelor's degrees and master's degrees, PhDs, and they can't find a simple job, not even a job at McDonald's. And I'm one of them. you know, I didn't graduate, but I didn't graduate yet. But, I'm stuck in that category, unfortunately. And as much as I could bicker and moan and cry like I've been doing, talking about how these jobs don't give a fuck about us, I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. It's a blessing and it's a curse. Due to the simple fact that when it comes to the blessings, I have more time off. You feel me? I have more time to myself. I don't have to worry about waking up at a specific time, punching the clock in, going to work, being miserable, hanging around people that, don't got goals to get out of the 9-to-5 trap life. It's a blessing, man. And I've noticed that when I've been waking up every day, obviously I would love to make money and I would love to get up every day and make some bread by the hour. But, when you look at it from a perspective of freedom, of being human, of actually wanting to like actually being able to wake up and be worry free from possibly getting fired because you just didn't want to go in that day or you wanted a mental break and the job not hearing you or, something like that. It's a good thing. You feel me? And for me, it's almost to the point where, I just feel like I can get a lot more stuff done. I can be able to be myself. I could be able to make videos, play games, and have some content for y'all. I could go outside, wake up early in the morning, fix me a bowl of cereal or something, then go outside. I'm the type of person, I don't want to say I'm that person that's just so spiritual, but I just like being I just like being where God created it. I like being in areas where God has made it to where we should be able to walk around, admire the trees and I said the stars like it's nighttime, the trees and the flowers and the leaves and, just the great world that he provided us with. I like having time to myself like that. I don't want to be just sitting in the house. Then I have to wake up, go to a place where I'm sitting inside more, getting unattached from sunlight, getting unattached from vitamin D, which we all need. Mind you, we waking up stressed as fuck, and it's not good for our health. Literally, even during high school days, middle school days, it's been proven that, you don't want to be waking up stressing about a math assignment or stressing about some AP class you took in high school. That's not good for your health. Like, you're supposed to be getting refreshed. You're supposed to be collecting your thoughts. You're supposed to be getting ready. You getting ready, within the hour. Now you got to rush to the school bus. Then you got to make sure you head to class. Then you got to remember if you've done some homework from the previous night, and you got to make sure that it's turned in on time. It's just so much shit. And granted, we've been wired to live like that. And, when it comes to not having that responsibility of being under someone and you just being yourself and you listen to your own self and listen to your own mind, that's just a great thing to have, man. Like, I just love being able to be free, man. That's why I'm really not tripping on not having a job, because it's like, there's somebody out here who has a job and stressing. Yeah, they making bread, but nigga, they can't spend time with their folks. 6 out of the 7 days of the week they working, and some people are working for like 12, 11 an hour, and they doing the hardest labor possible. And at the school, I was working the same type of job, and I just hated it so much because I'm damn near throwing my back out, my hands is hurting. Like I said in the other video of I'm not doing more than what I'm asked to do at my job. Nigga, I'm not finna be standing up the whole shift for $10 an hour, not doing shit in the sweltering heat. Like, there's a lot of things that come with this 9-to-5, this work life that they don't try to really tell you up front. Like, and they always want to call this experience. Yeah, it's experience, but is it worth it? You feel me? But That's my blessings on not having a job. Now my curses, I'm gonna be honest, it's really just making bread. I'm just keeping it in the buck. It's just making bread. Because one thing about it, as much as I'm an unemployed fucker, bro, it hurts knowing that I can't wake up and make money by the hour. And then, it sometimes it be the days where I just don't be having nothing to do. And I just be like, damn, I know if I had a job, I'd probably be there right now. Excuse me. I'd probably be there right now, probably bored out of my mind, probably getting told what to do and all type of shit. But at least I'm making money. At least I'm not just sitting in the house feeling like a loser. And that's another thing. I be feeling like a fucking bum. You feel me? Because I'm 22 years old and I'm still living with my parents. And ain't nothing wrong with living with your parents, especially in the economy and the times we're living in now. Nigga, live with your parents, dude. As much, bro. If they say you could live with them until you're decaying, nigga, do it. Now, obviously, I'm not saying fucking don't try to get out the house. Don't try to find you an apartment and shit like that. But, if you don't have it right now, don't force it. You feel me? Because the world will punish you for rushing shit, bro. Nowadays, most definitely, bro. They will punish you for trying to be outside your element when it comes to moving so fast. Especially nowadays when everything is so inflated. Nowadays apartments are, damn near, the rent is just so goddamn egregious. And, they don't really care about where you come from. They don't care the situation you a part of. They don't care if you had some other shit you had to handle. Nigga, if you don't got it, nigga, you don't got it. And they gonna take it from you. So, be patient, bro. And that's what I'm learning. Or that's what I've learned. I was learning in my previous, years of my life. But now I've learned just to be patient. Let shit just happen. Let life flow. And I ain't really tripping about people saying, oh, you still live with your parents, bro. You're 22, bro. You're supposed to have an apartment, bro. Bro, shut up, dude. Because there's some niggas living in apartments right now who are struggling to get that next rent. Niggas are behind on their bills. Nigga, they are one behind payment away from being evicted and out on the side of the road with a luggage full of nothing but PlayStation 5 and all that shit that can't even be paid for and can't even be played. And you down bad in life when you got a gaming console and you sell that bitch. I ain't trying to be in that. Man, that ain't me. But, just not being able to, those three things, just not being able to have money by the hour, feeling like a bum, and just being bored. Those are just the three things alone that really is a curse from not having a 9 to 5, not having a job. And, your parents, especially nowadays, and, if you're a kid that, Gen Z basically, grew up in, who was born in like '03 and stuff like that. Nowadays, your parents is on your head about finding you a job, especially knowing that the tuition and shit for damn near every school is getting raised, especially for my school. We just turned D1 and the quality is not matching the quantity, but clearly the world is never going to be the same. The world has never been operating off that. Now we're just getting a glimpse of it because we have to pay for everything. We have to come out of our own pockets, and our parents is teaching us the ways of the world. And, it sucks that Gen Z is living in the time where we have to go through the most egregious, outrageous, outlandish nonsense, bro. When it didn't have to be like that. It don't need to be like that, but obviously greed is running through every, I ain't gonna say that. But y'all know what I'm trying to say. Man, bro, they just trying to milk every cent out of us, bro. For what reason? I don't know. I'm gonna act like I don't know, but it's just what it is, man. We can't change it. We could try to have all the marches and walks and shit and try to be on some MLK shit. It's not happening. It's not happening. So that's really the bad parts of not having a job for real. I just hate not being able to make money, especially knowing the shit I'm trying to do is coming with, I gotta have a job so I can upgrade. You feel me? Because this shit ain't cheap. Shit ain't cheap, bro. But that's all I really have to say for today's video. I'm gonna let the gameplay ride out. And yeah, if y'all relate to this, let me know down in the comments below. I appreciate all the love and support, man. We're gonna keep going. This video, by the time y'all see this video, it's gonna be late night. But I'm just trying to get a video out there. I mean, I don't really care when I post. It could be at 12 in the morning, 1 in the morning. Because, you know, if it's going to hit, it's going to hit. If it's not, then it's not. But, you know, just make sure y'all take care of yourselves, man. Y'all stay up, stay motivated, stay positive, stay disciplined. Stay yourself, man. Like I said, appreciate the love. I got more shit coming y'all way. You know, we're going to keep letting this shit ride out. I'm going to keep doing what I need to do. We almost at 500 subs. I think right now we have 479. And as long as I stay consistent, we're going to get there. Like I said, man, y'all take care of yourselves. I'll catch y'all on the next one. I love y'all. And like I said, let me know if y'all relate to this shit in the comments, man. Peace.
Look a lot like friends of the gate crashers at last week's party. These guys had some real issues with the Broncos. They were back to finish the job. I figured it was time to start doing mine. This wasn't the time to be second-guessing myself. I had to hurry or I'd lose them. They were headed for the helicopter pad. I had to get to the roof before Giovanna and Fabiana left on a one-way flight. I knew this was going to be a bad idea, but in the continued absence of any good ones, I decided to go with it. What a view. I guess my time in Sao Paulo wasn't quite the paid holiday in the sun I'd been promised. At least I was getting shot at by a better class of psychopath. These guys weren't messing around. This place was like Baghdad with G-strings. A couple of more seconds and I'd have given some poor street cleaner a crappy start to his day. Now, I had a ride to catch.
All I said! Come on! Jesus, Max, I can't leave you alone for 5 minutes! What the hell happened in there?
They jumped us! Same guys from the party, I think. They grabbed the girls, and Marcelo, but he's here now.
Yeah, don't worry about me, homie. I'm just the guy paying you lots of money to protect me.
Yeah, what were you drinking?
Bet your ass I was. You try staying in there for 5 minutes sober.
Oi, hola!
Look, there they are!
Giovanna!
Come on, quick, get after them!
Are you crazy? We can't just leave her! Max, you gotta do something! Come on! Get the rifle back there!
She's making a run for it!
Hey, hold on! Swing it around!
Move, you're gonna lose her!
Now, Max! He's gonna shoot!
Ai, meu Deus!
Stay on!
Don't worry, I see her!
What are you going to do about Fabiana?
I don't know! I'm taking it one sister at a time for right now.
faster!
Move, you're gonna lose her! She's headed for the roof!
Gotta get around this thing!
How is this getting around it? Ay, meu Deus!
Oh, look! There she is there!
Abra a porta!
Eu não disse que eu ia te pegar. Tu foi fácil demais.
Gonna kill her!
She's headed inside, Passos. Get us down there!
Right, I'm headed to the helipad! Stop! Look out!
Max! Max!
Max!
Max!
There was a goddamn army of these goons. Clearly, somebody wanted these girls bad. Or maybe they just assumed the Broncos security team consisted of more than a drunk American has-been and a Brazilian never-was who should have paid more attention in flying school. Either way, I needed to find Giovanna before they did.
Isso está ficando vergonhoso! Ela não vale a pena. Estamos a mulher do branco. Foi por isso que viemos aqui. O Serrano vai tocar nosso saco se ela escapar! Vai descobrir, porra! Vai!
The odds on Giovanna still being alive were getting worse by the second, and if Fabiana wasn't dead already, I was guessing pretty soon she'd start wishing she was. I was up for one god-awful performance review. This was a mess. Where the hell was Passos? We were two failed cops failing miserably at being bodyguard.
Giovanna! Giovanna!
Max! Over here! What's happening? Where were you?
Are you all right?
What, do I look all right?
Don't worry, we're gonna get you out of here.
Passos, where is he? Is he okay?
Had to make a quick detour. He's fine. He's right there.
Oh my god. It's Raul!
Giovanna!
No!
What are you doing?
Giovanna! Hey! No, nothing. Go.
Seems like I wasn't the only guy around here who had taken his eye off the ball.
Are you okay?
My weakness was the drink. Passo's was the sister. Things were turning pretty ugly in this town. The boss's girl was gone, and part of me wished I was too.